Buono
Oh,
tutto, mi agosteri.
oh, buongiorno, papi. Oh,
Buongiorno. Mia
good,
prinza.
a good day for you.
A good
Is-
day.
Another day, another herb and cheese. I just went into a
Sì,
Ukrainian accent for some reason. Si, papi. What do you say?
sì, herbe in formaggio. The
Mm-hmm.
basil and the parmigiano reggiano. Holy shit, dude. I'm
Oh,
obviously
shit.
recording in my new booth, which is outdoors, and the trains just get louder every day. I choo choo.
Dude, they're running a train on your ears, and that's not nice.
Dude,
Um,
they're running a train on my passion project. Gee.
um, yeah. What are the odds the conductor is tuned in at the same time? Like it's like, we target, this
Mhm.
class of hardworking people. Like if you're an iron worker, like you,
Oh, facts. Like he's currently multitasking, crossing an intersection, and tuning into our IG live.
it's the IG live for me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Dude, I don't know
One.
if I'm picking up on your voice because I'm projecting, but I'm feeling pretty hungover today.
Yes, me too.
How do you
Many
feel about it?
a bottle of biodynamic beverages was drinking amongst us last evening. A few normcore beers were crushed, and I'm not feeling so great, Eric. I'm not feeling so great. I feel like I just stomached a 12-incher, meatball,
hmm
a thick boy.
You're absolutely right. Yeah, Ty and I had an IRL activation last night. Natty wine was consumed. Um, it was actually like a little work event that turned ugly.
It went real ugly real fast. So,
Yeah.
I've today's been a recuperation day, Eric. I've been nursing myself, hydrating. I drank some salted caramel cold foam cold brew from Starbucks because I thought that would fix me. And
Hmm,
I just had a really good meal, and I think that's gonna do it. As you know, I'm not really an omelet man, right?
that's
You know
my
that about
shtick.
me. It's one of the core verticals of my personality is I don't like omelets.
No omelet for Ty.
No
But
omelet.
that's an Eric thing, so that's all
Yeah,
good. We
you're
got
a
our bases covered.
big Yeah, you eat enough omelets for the both of us. But I want to get back
I love
into them.
omelets
So,
so much that I shave my head to look like an egg.
dude, you are an egghead. Wow, I never thought about it that way. And I don't disrespect egg in any form, but I just couldn't stomach an omelet until today.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah. So
So
I
walk
thought,
me through that.
yeah, how do I eat an omelet at home that's actually good? Well, I did what any smart home cook would do. I watched a bunch of Michelin star YouTube videos about how to actually
Hmm.
cook an omelet, and let
hmm
me tell you, they got some good advice.
Did you do it the classic French way, or
Mm,
the Japanese way, or did you do like some Thai Kisatanto hybrid?
interesting. I did the classic French way. I found this restaurant called Mirazur on the southern French coast, 3 Michelin stars, and they taught me everything I needed to know. So the
Hmm.
classic French way is like really well whipped egg, no filler, all killer, a couple fats in there, oil and butter, and you do this little shaky
hmm
dance with the pan to
hmm
kind of roll it up and keep it
hmm
both wet and dry at the same time,
hmm
kind of like a Subway sandwich. And
hmm
then here's the real kicker: I didn't have any Parmigiano Reggiano around to like
Of course
sprinkle
not.
on top, as one might do. So I made my own, Eric. I made it out of almonds,
God damn it.
nutritional yeast, and like spices, and it was
Holy
awesome.
shit. You made cheese. What? How is that possible? How the
Well,
fuck
it's
can you
not really
make
cheese.
cheese instant? Instant
It
cheese.
look it looks like the cheese in your Annie's mac and cheese powder, but it's just ground up almond.
Oh, interesting. and it just
Hmm.
like melts. Does it melt down or what?
It's more of a sprinkle, like you kind of sprinkled it on top, like a dust, like when you get the spices and the salt and pepper at the end of your
Oh, I
sandwich.
see.
Hmm.
So it's not Parmigiano, it's Parmesan.
Well, you could like, yeah, it's just Parmesan, sure.
It's like when you ask for parm at Subway, it's like they dust it with like some white powder. And I'm not
Hmm.
talking about the good kind of white powder, but like some kind of mystery white powder. Is that's kind
Hmm.
of that's the final form we're looking at here?
Honestly, if I didn't know what was in my white powder, I'd say it's more of a mystery than the Parmesan at Subway.
It does look like a mystery. Yeah, that thing is pretty cursed sounding, to be honest.
Yeah.
Nutritional yeast?
Yeast?
You telling me your breakfast had a yeast infection?
Yeah, dude. And now I have a yeast infection, and this boy ain't vaccinated for them.
That's right, buddy. Well, let me know how that happens to cure your hangover because I went for a nice bowl of spicy pork soup.
What?
Um, yeah, spicy pork soup with nice little
Shit.
rice sheet noodles, and let me tell you, Ty, it hit the spot. Um,
Interesting.
yeah, every time I'm hungover, like I don't really get hungover that often. I'm pretty good at handling my liquor, but
You're built
you know,
different.
I am built slightly different. But yeah, this morning I needed to do something, and whenever I have to eat to cure a hangover, I always go for like a bowl of like Asian noodles
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
like a nice iced coffee. So I had that,
Mm-hmm.
you know, a nice Vietnamese iced coffee,
Mm-hmm.
condensed milk and whatnot, and I'm feeling pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I went for a nice little walk just now,
You're coming
at the
back.
Apple store. Yeah.
Father, stretch my hands. You are
Mm-hmm.
resurrected.
Mm-hmm. You're damn right, buddy. I went to get a nice little trim at my barber shop.
What do they have to
Uh,
trim? Your hair is like a millimeter long.
it
There's
is
more
now.
hair on
It
Subway
was two
bread than on you.
millimeters. Yeah, it was 2 millimeters when I walked in that bitch. But you could say I went from like herbs and cheese to like classic Italian.
Oh, I see. I see. You really
Yeah,
bleached and waxed.
yeah. Just cleaned myself up, cleaned up my act. I needed something to get me back to normal, and
Yeah.
it was the food I had today and the haircut. And I copped two new Lucy AirPods, so that was fun.
Wait, you got more AirPods? How come?
I'm about to put the breadheads on. All right, just get ready for this fucking life hack. Right now, Ty, there is a Apple service program or warranty program for the AirPod Pros, and if you got your AirPods before October 2020, you're eligible to like just get a new set because
No.
there's a big chance that your AirPods have like some staticky noise, and like mine did, and it was like barely noticeable. But I was like, you know what? Let me go and just like flex this warranty and get a new set, and that's exactly what I did. So my new pods are on the way, Ty.
Wow. Is it just for
Yeah,
pros? I'd like to get in on this.
just
I'd
for
like to get on
pros.
this reimbursement. Ah,
Yeah.
lucky
See,
you.
that's how the rich get richer, Ty. You gotta invest in early, and then good things just happen to you.
Mm-hmm. Your bet paid off. Your angel investment is paying back
hmm
buckets. You now have
hmm
more AirPods than ears, Eric.
Oh, I had the original pods. I got the AirPod Pros, got the Max. Now I have two more coming. So I don't know, man. I'm just a pod guy.
Yeah,
Podcast, AirPod, all the
Air
pods.
podcast. You're an AP man, and I'm not talking about Audemars.
I'm more of a PP man.
You're a PP
Tech
man.
Philippe.
It's pushing PP. Oh, dude. Okay. Speaking of pushing PP, segue. I gotta
Uh,
talk to you about some nasty bathroom habits I've been observing lately. Just
oh God.
atrocious. So
Oh God, is this
you
does
might,
this happen? Did it happen yesterday? Because you
it's,
alluded to something you noticed
yes,
in the bathroom, and you told me you were excited to tell me tomorrow, which is
yeah,
today,
dude. I
and I know
am
what that means.
traumatized. I'm traumatized. I am so tired of using public bathrooms. I'm just gonna hold it till I get home from here out. So you you know how like you and I were discussing intimately a few weeks ago about dudes who like play on their phone at the urinal. They like got one hand on the little man and then one hand swiping through the gram, right? They're
Yeah,
multitasking.
they got one finger on TikTok and another finger on the Frank Ocean cock ring.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. One hand on Homer, one hand on Grinder. TikTok, one
Oh
hand
man.
on TikTok, one hand on the cock.
Homer
So
hanging on
I
the
don't.
cock. You know, the
Mhm.
bracelet matches the set. Whatever Drake
Gee,
said.
something
Gee.
like that.
Anyways, what'd you
Yeah,
rate
dude.
this?
It's just this like I don't know why there's this masculine urge for dudes to like fill. It's like guys are afraid of being alone. I like can't stand in the urinal for more than 10 seconds with my own thoughts. So I need to be.
Mm,
I need to watch like a John Oliver video while I'm pissing. You know,
mm, true. And did you catch what this guy was doing next to you?
no clue.
Was he looking
So
at your hog?
he's trying to snap a pic. It'll last
Yeah.
longer. Wait, I think I just dissed myself. Shit.
So was this guy ordering a footlong on the Subway app while looking at your footlong? He's like,
Whoa.
damn, I got hungry just now.
I can only assume what the musings of the man on the phone was, but I walked into the bathroom, posted up the urinal. There was a man, phone in the right hand, pisser in the left, and as I was looking I was able to watch him through the bathroom mirror, Eric. I don't have a direct sight line here because that would be a little bit creepy. So I'm kind of like following along the narrative from
Mm-hmm.
through the mirror,
Mm-hmm.
through the looking glass,
Yeah.
and I watch an incredible like the ESPN like play of the day. He takes the phone and swaps hands, and now he's got the phone in his left hand and his penis in his right hand. He like swapped part way, and I'm not
Huh.
really sure how. I couldn't see. What happened there. Some David Blaine
Hmm.
street magic was unfolding in the urinal.
Hmm.
So he used both hands. So he probably got a little urine on the hand before he like swapped it. So I don't ever touch another guy's phone. That's the end
That's the
story here.
golden rule here. How does someone like piss with no hands? Because obviously, like, he didn't like toss the phone up, did a swap, and then grab it in midair. Like, obviously, he like let go of his 6 inch,
Mm-hmm.
like swapped hands, and then picked up where he left off, literally.
Quite
But
literally, yeah.
how does somebody do that? Like, that never registered with me. I would be pissing all over the Amiri jeans if I took the hand off the holster.
Yeah, this isn't an autonomous electric vehicle here. This is a
Exactly.
manual.
Yeah, this is a
You
Hellcat, and
drive
I'm
a
ready to
manual.
spray.
Yeah, dude. I don't know, man. But that's such a weird thing is I thought like this Cirque du Soleil swapping of the artifacts was impressive.
Woo! Papa!
Achoo! I thought about clapping, but this was a few days ago, right? I walk away traumatized. I visit another public bathroom yesterday, Eric,
Mhm.
and I go into the urinal and posted up at the urinal, and there's a dude, and he's got his both hands on the phone, neither
No.
on the dick. Yeah, he's going no hander. It looks like he kind of like puts his hands in the air a little. It looks like he's getting like some bread head on his bread. The way he's kind of moving around.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So you're saying
So
he looks like he's getting filleted
he's getting,
by the urinal like this. He's got his hands up behind the neck, behind his head, and
yeah,
he's just
dude.
like, swinging his dick around in the
Yeah,
urinal, and it's just like, if you stayed quiet, you would probably heard like a little moan or something. Is that what you're saying?
yeah, dude. It looked like he was operating an imaginary hula hoop. But he still had his phone in his hand too. Like he's multitasking here, and I don't know why I keep getting exposed to this
Hmm.
type of this I guess like piss strategy, if you will.
Yeah, barbaric behavior. Um, I mean, I'm not sure what's worse, either that or when like white guys pull up to the urinal and like first thing they do is like huck a huge loogie into the
Mm,
urinal. Like that's like pretty nasty. I'd almost rather somebody be like gripping their dick with both hands because at least they can like wash it after, you
yeah,
know.
dude. Choke that
But
thing.
yeah, I mean, I think like COVID, man, like COVID's brought my like hygiene levels to like to normal, you know? Like like they were like worse than normal before. Like I would wash my hands like only if there's like someone else there. Like
Mm-hmm.
only if there's another woman in the gender neutral hand washing area would I
Mm-hmm.
wash my hands. But now after COVID, I'm washing my hands after I piss every time.
Facts.
Um,
Sometimes even before. I think about the Tyler the Creator line where he's like, I'm so precious about myself. I wash my hands before I piss.
that's amazing that you remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, it used to be like only like a social signaling thing. It's like, yeah, I got good hygiene. I take care of myself. I
Mm-hmm.
moisturize. I wash my hands with this Le Labo soap.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
you know what's
And the
funny?
lotion.
If it wasn't Le Labo in the bathrooms, I don't think I would wash my hands as much.
It's certainly a motivator. Like I don't want like you go to okay, do you think the subway employees are washing their hands before returning to work? I'm gonna guess no for two reasons, Eric. Reason number one, their hand soap, if there is any, is just this anonymous purple goop. I don't want any of that near me. It's probably toxic.
No,
Reason
not the
number two is
Purell.
the Purell. Don't hate on the Purell. Are you a Purell bread? Is that why you're defending it?
No, I'm saying, how could you use that? Like, how could you use like the high school pink soap? You know, like when did that get
Mm-hmm.
outlawed?
Yeah, I'm surprised that the FDA hasn't shut that ruckus down.
Yeah. But yeah, there's no way I'm washing my hands if I'm working at Subway. You know, I got the
Facts.
gloves to protect me anyway.
That's reason
Um,
number two, Eric. You're gloving up. Like your
exactly.
skin, no skin to bread contact will be happening. There's
No,
no
exactly.
risk of cross contamination.
You're 100% correct about that. Why would you waste those valuable seconds where your manager might come and yell at you, like, "What are you doing in the bathroom? There's six hungry, hardworking men in line.
Yeah, dude.
What are you doing? Wasting time."
Don't let these men down.
Exactly. Or our
Choo,
fellow iron workers.
yeah, choo choo. They're gonna run a train on that sandwich artist. But the yeah, dude, like it would be tough to do the glove thing because like it's just you'd always smell like your hands would always smell like latex, you know?
Mm, yeah. Armpits
And
smell like onions. Hands smell like latex.
mm-hmm.
It's just gross. It's gross to work in a kitchen. I'll say it.
Hell yeah, dude. Your clothes have that reminiscent bread barf smell, and your
Bread
hands
butter.
smell like
Yeah.
latex, and it's just all around like aromatically probably very unattractive.
Mm-hmm. You're absolutely right. Speaking of like aromatically attractive though, me and you after we hit up, well, there's me and you, but then also
Yeah, duh.
after our natty wine activation, we ordered a nice little pizza,
I mean, it's a pie,
a pizza. We ordered a nice little a pizza,
a pizza.
and we grabbed that and ate it on my roof overlooking the night sky, and it was just like a beautiful time. Just two co-hosts splitting a
Mm-hmm.
pie on a rooftop in Vancouver, and I gotta say, Ty, it was a lovely moment. I got to share with you. We got a nice little
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Marge Simpson pizza. Um,
Yeah, totally, dude. It
it was
was so
great.
nice. The night sky, sitting under the night sky. That's nature's recording booth, if you will. So I felt like I was
Mm-hmm.
podcasting with the world, howling to the moon. Uh,
It was great.
I'm a big fan
Um,
of the margarita pizza, Eric, because it's the baseline pizza. It's the
mm,
foundational pie.
mm-hmm. You're right. Um, Dude, I don't know where I got this information from, and I wish I did because I would go back and like rewatch this content. Um, but I know that the margarita takes its shape, or like it is the way it is because it resembles the Italian flag. Like think about how
Hmm.
beautiful that is. Like you got the red sauce, okay, you got the white mozzarella, okay, that
Mm-hmm.
makes the white, and you got the green basil leaves on top, and that's just like the perfect trifecta of color to represent
Yeah.
a country, the prized possession, the darling of a country. It's just
Mm-hmm.
like all the sweat and tears and racial slurs have gone into making this beautiful thing.
So
And
much.
it just brings a tear to my eye. As somebody who is a professional foodie,
Hmm.
I can't not admire that.
I love it too, Eric. It's so poetic, and but they like the Italians know they need to protect the pizza at all costs.
The
Protect the
pizza.
pizza. So it makes sense to celebrate it at such a cultural level, as such that it becomes the flag. We do the same thing in Canada with our flag, where our most prized cultural possession is Doug Ford, and the flag is a little bit reminiscent of his bloated red and white face.
Oh, is Doug Ford the one that like OD'd in like Poco, or
Yeah.
is that Rob Ford?
Oh, I don't know. It was one of the Ford brothers, but the Ford brothers are the only thing edgy about Canada. Drake's a wuss. Our prime minister is a simp, and the Ford brothers are hard as hell.
That's right. Your pussy is calling my
My
name.
name.
Wow. Dude, I
What's
got words for the Doug brothers. I mean the Ford brothers, and I'm just gonna include Tom Ford in that like trifecta as well. I
yeah,
got words for
Tom
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 Ford.
Sachs too.
Yeah, yeah. Why don't you increase the price of your tank tops, buddy? Why are they so affordable? What are you doing with me right now?
Yeah, why are they so Tom Fordable?
God damn it.
So Eric, if the pizza is the national treasure of Italy, the baseline, the margherita is the baseline. It's your functional pizza, right? Everything else on top of
Yeah,
that is
it's
ornamentation.
it's the BMT. It's the default.
This is what I was going to ask you: is what is the margherita pizza at Subway? And I was hoping you wouldn't say the pizza sub, but you read my mind.
The BMT is the only thing at Subway. Like everything stems from the BMT.
Mhm.
Just the fact that like they changed the entire fucking menu, and then when I was there, the person behind me said, "Do you have the BMT still?" It's like we need an encore. It's like we're not done with you yet, you know? It's like bring
Yeah,
back the
dude.
BMT, man.
It's a
That's
cultural
crazy.
heavy hitter. Like people want to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
People don't want to
Mm-hmm.
talk about these new age, this new school sandwich structure.
Mm-hmm. You're right. Sometimes things, when they are new and they're introduced to an area, they don't last very long, Ty. Um,
No.
and on that topic, I want to share some sad news with you. And I'm really
Oh
hoping
no.
that you're not hearing this for the first time from me, but Domino's,
Oh.
Ty, has gone bankrupt in Italy.
Oh, dude, I thought you were gonna talk about Skete and Kim. I was
Oh,
like preparing for that heartbreak. But yes, you're
oh,
right.
I don't know what's
Domino's
worse. I
is
don't know what's worse, Ty.
oh, there's
What's
so
going
much.
on?
It's been a really hard week for podcasters. But
Yeah.
Domino's leaving Italy, they pulled out.
They pulled out. They busted all over Italy's boot.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, and yeah, they were dead wrong. I read that their entire strategy was like, well, in Italy, nobody get a delivery, so we make a pizza for a delivery.
That's their value prop, is they're
That
gonna
that was their
deliver the
business plan.
pizza.
They're gonna
I mean,
deliver the pizza to you. And during COVID, yeah, sure, maybe that would work out, but that's some lazy American shit. Like, come on. Andiamo,
that
let's go to
is,
the pizzeria. Like, that's more like it, am I right?
yeah, they misunderstood that all the Italians got their little scooters,
Scoot, scoot.
and they don't want to be pent up in their like brick prison in like the fourth floor of old like 16th century townhouse that has no running water.
Yeah,
Like they're
exactly.
they want to spend their days in the piazzas and in the parks.
Mm-hmm. And also, when they're in the piazzas, in the parks, they don't want to be eating a cheeseburger pizza. Like, let's just keep it 100%. Like, it's not about the cheeseburger pizza. It's not about the chicken on the pizza. Like, this is like sacrilegious. Like, I would be so offended for an American company to come into my country that invented pizza like 2,000 years ago to be like, would you like ground beef on this pizza? Like, are you fucking crazy?
Have you
You
tried
fucking
adding
idiot.
artichokes?
Yeah, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? Like the
Yeah,
capricciosa flavor of pizza Thai literally means like it's like everything else in your fridge, and
Mm-hmm.
like so there's all kinds of stuff on there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not a there's no ground beef or chicken in sight, and that's the everything else pizza.
Dude, yeah, and that's like what the backbone of the Domino's pizza engine is putting
The meat
ground beef on
lovers.
pizzas. The meat lovers, hell yeah. It's so weird. Like what a silly and cocky business to think they can just walk into Italy and sell them a pizza. It's so
Yeah,
funny. It's
it is pretty
so
funny.
like, can you imagine being on the a chairman on the Domino's board trying
Hmm.
to push for that?
Hmm.
How much you have to believe in your product?
They thought they wanted cheeseburger pizza. That's really funny.
So wait, you're going to Roma in a couple weeks. You'll be dining amongst the Italians at Trastevere or in the
Hmm.
Jewish ghetto, and
Hmm.
I'm hoping that Eric, you can swing by a little place called Subway, who we know has a few franchises throughout Rome, and
Roma.
I want you to go there, Eric, and I want you to order the pizza sub. It's a sleeper pizza, or it's a
It's a
sleeper
slap in the
sandwich
face.
in North America. It's pretty good. But I want to know, how are they interpreting for the Italian market? Because it's probably the same sandwichuation as the cheeseburger pizza.
Hmm. Yeah, how is Subway able to survive? Like offensive ass Subway is able to survive in Italy, but Domino's can't. Like I think with Domino's, there's like a little bit of like novelty. It's like, oh, it's like what fat Americans eat. It's like, oh, it's kind of funny. Like let's go try the fat food. Um,
Mm-hmm.
you
Mm-hmm.
know, it's like let's go Mario. Let's go to the let's go to the Domino's and have the high cholesterol.
Yeah, it's their ethnic food night.
Exactly. It's like we're eating American tonight.
Yuck.
Yuck. Um, but yeah, how is like, Subway able to survive? Like, it's even more offensive, for Subway to exist in Italy than Domino's, if you think about it. Like, it's like they are equally as famous for the panini, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and
Mm-hmm.
Subway saying like, oh yeah, let me get the Italian herbs and cheese, and it's like, what are you talking about, man? Like,
Yeah, it's like, huh, they like Italy probably invented bread too, you know?
dude,
Italy invented most deli meats, the
dude,
mortadella and the
I'm gonna tell you right now,
bologna.
bro. Nothing should exist in Italy because they invented everything.
Yeah,
No, Italy should not have a single company.
and they kind of don't. Like they don't. They're don't companies don't really exist in Italy. It's just like your like great someone's great grandfather's last name or first name is your business, and you still work
Hmm.
there.
Exactly. Everything's family run
This
because
is
like
my great grandpappy's bottega, and now it is my bottega.
exactly. But you know what? For the pod, I might actually have to do that because that sounds pretty funny.
Hmm.
And if you think way back, Ty, to like first 10 episodes of this podcast, we talked
Hmm.
about um like subways in various cities and how they
Hmm.
look on Street View. And Rome was one
Hmm.
of them. We like fucking went to the Rome subway and looked at it. And how fucking crazy would it be if I were to go there now? Like that's pretty wild.
It's full circle, baby, from one tip of the foot long to the other.
Hell yeah, baby. And I'm still hungry.
Hell yeah, dude! Yeah,
Oh,
you gotta make that happen for the pod, for the
for the
breadheads.
fun.
I think we can get it to
I'll
like
try my best. I'll try my
Scientific
best.
American or something, a
Hmm.
journal, publish a
Yeah.
thesis here.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
this is a great segue, Eric, because I wanted to talk to you about a subway that I found, and I have it pulled up on Street View to share with you right now.
Oh, please.
Yes, it's not in Rome. It's in our beloved sibling city of Seattle, Washington.
The worst city on fucking earth.
Yeah, dude.
It's a strong tie between Portland and Seattle for the worst, shittiest city in America.
It's because the Pacific Northwest they haven't found themselves yet. Like Seattle is Nirvana on the streets and Amazon in the glass paned sheets.
In the 400 thread count sheets.
Yeah, which is an incredible contrast. Very highbrow, lowbrow. Except if Amazon was highbrow, it's just rich but lowbrow.
Mm,
It's all
it's
lowbrow
pretty
there.
cool. It's pretty cool because it's like two opposite sides of the coin, but they both make me want to kill myself.
Yeah, totally. Okay, so a little backstory. I'm ripping through the University of Washington area in North Seattle, I'm trying to go make my virgin maiden voyage to the Shake Shack there, which is a
Mm,
whole nother story we can dabble in.
please.
But while I was on my way there, I ripped past a Subway near the university grounds in one of those like strip malls, and it caught my eye because every business in the strip mall was so degenerative, and Subway was amongst them. So I'm gonna share a screen share with you, Eric, of this strip mall, and I want you to try to describe to the breadheads all the businesses that you're observing adjacent to this Subway. Uh, we'll share the latitude and longitude in the episode description for the breadheads to go check out themselves. This is so
Drop a
wild.
pin.
Okay, yeah, check this out. What do we got here, Eric, next to the Subway?
Oh my God. That's a donut shop, a
Yeah,
donut factory right beside the subway.
it
And
looks like
then
a front.
on, yeah, I mean, it has decent reviews. And on the right is a marijuana dispensary. Is that right?
Yeah, the joint.
The Joint, LLC.com.
It's got some very Republican-looking branding, and it looks like
Very
it's been open for
patriotic.
maybe a week.
Yeah, patriotic. The signage is just like it almost looks like a flag. If like, like if Trump were to like run for like the Green Party in Canada, like something
Mm-hmm.
like that would probably be his like, design language.
Yeah, dude,
Um,
this fucking marijuana dispensary looks like if Trump opened a marijuana dispensary.
wow, you're right. And it's like come in, you know, spark up with with the
Mm-hmm.
with the boys in blue, and
Mm-hmm.
afterwards let's hit the way, you know, white bread, white bread and mayo sandwich.
Hell yeah, what a marathon run.
Yeah.
Okay, we got a few more
Um,
businesses in this little park. What else we
dude,
got
this
here?
little this building, the man, the type of customer that like parks in one of these stalls and frequents any of these businesses is like a torched human. Um,
I know, like their
holy
car's got
fuck.
like dents in it, I bet.
Their car's got dents in it. They probably have like some sticker like on the back window or something that says like again I voted for Trump, you bitch, or something like
Yeah, they're like the Corolla's muffler is just wheezing. The driver is
that.
coughing. It's and everything's gonna be parked like over the line in the parking stall. I just know it.
And they're like listening to like a Steve Aoki like ACDC remix.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah,
That's
buddy.
that's so Seattle.
It's very Seattle. Anyways, adjacent to the joint is a looks like a sushi restaurant, Ty.
Mm-hmm.
But it's called Big Tuna.
It's called Big Tuna.
Big Tuna. I like this like okay, and then at the very end there's another smoke shop. This one looks like it specializes in pipe. It's a
Mm-hmm.
pipery. And what's really cool about this like layout here, Ty, is that you have like food alternating with drugs. That's kind of cool.
Yeah,
Like
it kind of is.
like it's like a 1 2 1 2 1 2 of like food, marijuana, food, like crack pipes. That's
Yeah,
like
dude.
pretty impressive.
It's so funny because like Subway is sitting amongst all these like family businesses. If like your family was like in a gang, like
Oh,
my brother's on
100%.
the street or my family, and
Hmm.
but you have this like giant conglomerate of a business amongst them as if they're all friends. Like I like to
Hmm.
think of all these businesses as friends.
Yeah, yeah. The estranged like cousin that finally made it to a Thanksgiving is here. Like that's like
Mm-hmm.
that's like this smoking glassware shop at the end. That's
Yeah, the
that guy.
vape shop. They got the e-juice, the e-cigs. Now, this is
Yeah.
what blew my mind about this strip mall, Eric, is that no other fast food joint, pardon my pun about the joint, no other fast food joint would dare post up in the strip mall alongside a dispensary, a vape shop, big tuna sushi, and a donut factory. It just like you wouldn't see triple A McDonald's or like even a Burger King posted here. It's like Subway has no class when it comes to locations. They do not care. They will put one anywhere. They will like open a pop up in a dumpster.
Dude, they don't discriminate, man. They see a real estate opportunity and they are in. They don't
Mm-hmm.
require any. square footage. Like a subway can be like like a shoebox apartment or it can be a
Hmm.
mansion. It doesn't matter. Like the space is irrelevant because people are in and they're out. And
Hmm.
a takeout subway and a dine-in subway operate pretty much the same way, to be honest.
It is kind of weird though. Like all other fast food, if you think about most fast food restaurants, they're really trying to design their building to bring their clients in, like pull you in, magnetically attract you. Think about the Golden Arches, or you think about like a giant blue building for a Burger King that you can drive in circles around it. But Subway is always like tucked in the corner of a strip mall
Hmm.
and so discreet, like just a little tiny
Hmm.
door. But people find it like flies,
Hmm.
like moths to a light.
Yeah, you're right. People are swarming around this subway here. There's two people sitting outside the joint, and it looks like they are partaking, perhaps, in what the in what the place has to offer here. Ty, can you
Oh,
do me
for
a
sure.
favor and can we just do like a zoom in on this guy's like board shorts? This guy's wearing
Oh yeah.
like 15-inch inseam like cargo board shorts, and
Holy
they're
shit.
like going down to like mid calf. Do
Yeah,
you think
dude, if
that's like
this
a strategic move to pack all his pockets with like drug paraphernalia?
it must be. Like if this dude was any shorter, Eric, these board shorts would be board pants.
Dude,
I
they'd be
don't know.
dragging on the ground, behind these chacletas or whatever he's wearing, this like thong sandal
Yeah.
things.
I don't know what's up with the flippy floppies either, but from the waist down it's very like a consistent vibe. Um I don't know where you can get board shorts this long, Eric. I didn't even know they made them this long. These are basically capris at this point.
Mm-hmm. You're super right about that.
If these
Can
were a
we?
sandwich, they would be a 7 inch.
Yeah, they're neither here nor there. That's for sure.
Mm.
Can you do me a favor and just spin us around like 180 degrees? I'm really curious, like what's directly in front of the subway here.
Oh yeah, we're just in the middle of Nowheresville, Seattle, the corner of Roosevelt and Northeast 45th Street.
Holy shit. Um, yeah, and it looks like there's like a gas station and a whole lot of nothing going on. I see there's like a colorful building, looks a bit like a university.
Yeah, that might be a campus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, thank God I don't live here, man. I thank God. We
I wonder.
we're so blessed, man.
We're so blessed, dude. But I had one other comment I wanted to ask you or make to you about this all-star lineup of businesses. Big Tuna, Sushi, and Teriyaki. Do you think the Subway tuna scandal has affected their business? Their neighboring business is trying to ruin tuna for everyone. And
Are
your
they, or
business
do
is
you
called
think?
Big Tuna.
But they could be ruining tuna, or they could be saying like, "Look, you can't trust these guys to our left. Like, come over to
Mm,
Big Tuna, and we'll take care of you, you big fish."
right. That's a good
This,
point. Wow.
I'll be honest, Ty. When I first saw this restaurant signage, I thought this was like a camping gear or like fishing gear, like wholesaler. Like this doesn't look like a restaurant whatsoever. It's like if you didn't zoom in right now on these like you know PNG images of like sushi,
Hmm.
I would have completely like missed it and assumed that this was like a Base Pro Shop like knockoff or something.
I totally get why you think that because the typefaces used to type out Big Tuna, Sushi, and Teriyaki, it looks like the cover of like Madagascar 2. It looks like a DVD.
Yeah, exactly. Follow your nose.
Yeah. Damn.
Amazing. Well, thanks
So
for sharing that.
yeah, thanks for looking with me. Pretty wild.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Wow.
then
I mean,
I drove past a Subway location in East Vancouver, a few days ago, Eric. And the only two
yes.
businesses in the strip mall was Subway, and then the business next to it was just called Bitcoin. That's all it said.
And where in the east side was this? Is this
Oh
on
shit.
Hastings?
Yeah, dude, I'm dropping pins all over the city, so I'm really blanking on the street corner, but it was somewhere like south South Broadway area.
Mm. Oh, okay, South Broadway. Well, that's
Whack
not
as
East
hell.
Van. That's like
No, like South Broadway, like Commercial Drive. Broadway commercial area.
South Broadway commercial. Okay. I've walked by that subway before. I know exactly where you're talking. It's by
No,
the
you do
Rio
not.
Theater.
It's by the Rio Theater. Yeah,
Dude,
like,
I know the one, buddy. I haven't been inside. I have not patroned at this subway, but I know the one you're talking about. And
is
there
this
is
because you
another
have
one,
a
Ty.
yeah?
What's that?
Do you have a mental map of all the subway locations in this city or all the Bitcoin ATMs in this city?
I'm mental for subway. That's a goddamn fact. But listen, I gotta show you this this sign here. This is another good one. I have the street view pulled up. One second. Let me just navigate to a nice little spot. Hang on, hang on. There we go. Okay, let me pull this up for you, Ty. One second. This is really important. All right, I got another subway here for you. This is the Exhibition Plaza over here on Hastings.
Hell yeah, here on Hastings by the Peony. I'm very familiar with the subway location.
Oh yeah, buddy. This is a great little spot. It's a slutty little plaza. You know why?
Yeah, why?
Because look at this hierarchy on the signage.
Holy shit.
So for the listeners, there's like a plaza, right? It has the names, the Exhibition Plaza, and obviously there's a bunch of like businesses here. There's a Cannoli King, there's a Faux Don, both good businesses. And there's a Subway, and it's positioned right in the center. So it's the signage is conflicting with the signage for the plaza, and for some reason, Subway won the won the
hierarchy
court,
battle.
won the hierarchy battle in court. You know, for what's it called when like, you know, parents split up like Skete and Kim, and like the custody. They won custody over the placement here. And the Subway logo is prominently displayed above the Plaza logo. So I thought that was a really cool hierarchy move.
Dude, this is whack. It actually looks like Subway sponsors Exhibition Plaza. It looks like you're going to the Subway Exhibition Plaza, not unlike Rogers Arena, you know?
Yeah, much like the Subway Sun Run that I took part in. It's like, that's kind of exactly the move here. Yeah. So
this is this is Vancouver's Staples Center.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm glad I had the opportunity to share that with you, Ty. And you know exactly where I'm talking about. Cool too.
I've driven past there a few times. Wow.
Good shit.
Breadheads, if you've seen a Subway in a weird strip mall, if you visited a weird Subway in a sketchy part of town, if you see some funny Subway signs, send them our way. We'll feature them on the podcast.
Yeah, man.
You know what? We'll take credit for them.
And exactly. That's that fact. So I have another thing to share with you. I think I might have told you already in person, so we're gonna have to like just act surprised.
Okay, hit me.
But I was walking around Chinatown, Vancouver, and you know it's a hot day. We're in a bit of a heat dome. We're getting some hot dome here in Canada, and
I'm feeling it on my dome.
Yeah. So when high temperatures mix with the cultural movement that is Pride Month, there are a lot of crazy things happening in public. One of which was a lesbian couple, or just two women. I won't assume their relationship, but they were dining al fresco at a ramen shop. So hot day, hot soup. Obviously, they're working up quite a bit of
shower.
Hot bitch. But they were, obviously working up quite a bit of a sweat. And I walk by, this woman is full topless, yitties out, Thai, eating ramen.
She has
She's fucking got her face in her bowl, and she has her tits like fully out. No baby being breastfed, like just tits out.
Wow, the breasties were on full display.
That's right. The chicken karaage were out for everyone to see.
The cutlets were out of the ramen, basking in the sun.
Exactly.
Damn.
The two seasoned marinated eggs were floating above the bowl of ramen in this case.
So how did you react to seeing this, Eric? Did you peep the nip, or did you respectfully look away?
Well, I peeped both nips, obviously. If you're going to put your honkers out for everyone to see, best believe I'm looking. And I was walking with Bay, and Bay was like taken aback as well. And not even because I was just looking at some other girl's titties, but
Hmm.
because this woman had the audacity, bro, to just like have her tits out. And I'm like, I'm a free the nipple ally. You know, I love I'm a feminist ally. I love my women. You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
I'm very conflicted about how to feel about this.
It's a really tricky one. I mean, it's one thing to let the boobies out at a beach or a public park or any
Yeah.
really like, but we have a culturally a no shirt, no shoes, no service policy that I thought we all agreed on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally. I mean, that's just there so that homeless people can't come in, and that's fine with
Hmm.
me. I think that's a great rule for that. But
Yeah.
like, we're nowhere near a beach. Like, there's like a beach like topless radius, and it's like if you can like
Hmm.
smell the seaweed, then like, you're close enough to take your shirt off. Like, it's fine.
Yeah. If there's
But
like
if you're
still
all the way in
sand on the
like East
patio,
Van,
yeah.
yeah. If you're able to walk barefoot from the beach to where you're wanting to dine, and you're not at risk of contracting like hepatitis C from stepping on like needle,
Hmm.
um, you're
You
probably
shouldn't.
fine.
Yeah. You
But
shouldn't have to wear shoes then.
no, but the nearest beach from this patio is like a 30-minute drive. And like that's like way too far for you to be like having your nips out.
Damn. So
Thoughts?
I mean I'm conflicted as well, Eric. Is this righteous or like I don't want to accidentally cancel the wrong thing here.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
I'm on my tiptoes.
you know how I came to the conclusion though that I don't like this? Because
Mm-hmm.
if a man was doing it, I would still hate it.
Yep. Yep. You're
You know
right.
what I mean? If anyone had their shirt off at a restaurant, I'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Honestly, it's not even about the aesthetics. It's ergonomically unsafe. What if you get some of that hot ramen broth on the chesties?
Yeah, you could seriously burn your nips, and
Yeah,
that's dangerous, man.
you're a liability to the restaurant and yourself.
But yeah, just the kind of shit you see in good old Chinatown, Thai, especially during Pride Month.
Wow,
It's a wild place.
what a wild place. But I have one more question for you about this situation, nipuation you found yourself in. It
hmm
were these 6 inches or foot longs?
Oh, they're footlongs. They're big, big old
Big,
yeeties. She
big
brought the
old.
heavies out.
Wow,
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah. If it was like you know if she was flat as a board, I wouldn't even look twice.
Well, Eric, I understand that because I understand the situation because like a couple of double D's are going to generate a lot of breast sweat in a bra in a hot heat dome.
hmm
So like instead of making like a 12-ounce fountain drink of sweat, one might as well try to reserve some of that fluid to keep
hmm
cool while eating the ramen.
hmm You may be right, but you know everyone else thought I was fully clothed, and I
They
mean
all read the brief.
they understood the assignment.
Mm-hmm.
But
Huh.
I mean, yeah, I mean, if you know what, if she was like a 10, I wouldn't care. I would be like so happy for her. Like, yes, queen. I would take a knee and put a fist up and be like, yes, my feminist like queen, I'm with you. I support you. But this girl was kind of mid, bro. Like she was like a bit of a dud.
I
Yeety's
don't think he.
like okay looking. They were big, but they were okay. If she was if she was a piece, I would be like, yo, how long for a table?
Sign me up.
Yeah,
Um,
like is there a wait list?
uh, I I don't think you can gatekeep though who it can and can't go shirtless, Eric. I feel like we
Yes, you
we just
can.
need hard and fast rules because I don't know who's in charge of making that call, and I don't trust them.
I mean, I don't think so, buddy. I think there is hot privilege. Like hot day, there's hot privilege. If you're like a smoke show, you can get away with a lot. Like Timothy Chalamet is like not a good actor, but we put up with it because he's a piece. Same with Jacob Elordi. You know what I mean? We
Oh
don't
yeah,
care.
dude. Yeah, I think they could just like Timothy Chalamet could get rid of every part of him but his cheekbones, and I'd still watch his films if he was just a cheekbone.
Exactly. Oh,
I
if I saw
dude,
Timothy
you got to go
Chalamet's
see the
cheekbones
yeah.
at a restaurant, I'd be like, damn man, put those away. Like I'm getting bricked up, and I'm just trying to get ramen here.
Holy shit, yeah. Dude, that's all this Dune 2 is just going to be featuring Timothy Chalamet's cheekbones. The rest of him
Those
was
are the
cut from the
dunes.
film.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Those
don't want
are
to
the
see
dunes.
I don't want to see that weird shit up his nose anyways.
No, there's no way.
Whack. Whack, man. You're
Whack.
living in a crazy silly place. This is a crazy silly place we live in.
Dude, it's never fails to amuse me what goes on around me. And like I can just peek out my window and I'll just see something funny. Like that's like kind of a blessing. You know what I mean? Like I pay more rent than I need to just to be entertained constantly.
As one does. Some people prefer ocean views. You have an alley view, both equally enticing to look out to and ponder.
Yeah, I got the best of both. I head up to the roof, I can see the ocean. I head down to my floor and I can see something else.
It's really hard to predict.
It's hard for me to even like describe what might be there because it's always different.
hmm Beautiful. Just like every day is a different sandwich, every view is a different
hmm
puddle of urination or
hmm
stranded animal or
Stranded
garbage
animal.
strewn about the streets.
Yeah, SPCA is on duty. This is a coverage area for them, and they are sometimes they wrangle up, people too. They're
Yeah.
not afraid to throw it around some drug addict's neck and yank him into the van and then drive off.
Whatever
I've
keeps
seen
our
it.
streets safe, my friend.
hmm You know what, Ty? Speaking of heat domes, I've been wanting to talk about this. I think I'm on a bit of a cold sandwich wave right now, and
Mm.
and I'm going untoasted for a while. It all started with my Seattle trip and my ice cold footlong.
Mm-hmm.
But I've kind of been enjoying the idea of like a cold cut sandwich, and I mean that both temperature wise and substance wise. What are your thoughts on that?
Interesting. Well, I'm disgusted. That's my initial reaction. But then when you talk about it, it sounds like it's an acquired taste.
hmm It is a bit of an acquired taste. Like you gotta just accept that like the sandwich is gonna be different. It's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be like maybe a shock to the system.
Mm-hmm.
Cold glass of water on a hot day, it's so
Mm-hmm.
refreshing actually. Like you don't really need to toast when it's like so warm out. Like it's kind of nice to have like a cold sandwich. You know what I mean? Doesn't that just like
Yeah.
sound nice? Like a cold sandwich, like a
Oh, it
cold
sounds pretty
pizza.
nice right now. Yeah, like
That's what I'm
it's hot enough
saying.
that I'm gonna have to reapply my deodorant in an hour. So why would I want to eat a hot meal? But
Exactly.
Eric, how do you get past the texture of the squishy bread? It's so squishy.
The squishy bread. I mean, yeah, the bread at Subway could use, an improvement, but think about like a freshly baked, baguette. Like you don't need to like toast it. Like if it went, slightly stale from sitting on the countertop, then yeah, toast that up. And that's a great way to like revitalize the bread. But if it's like a nice fresh baked baguette or sourdough or anything, it's just like it's nicely.
Well, a well baked baguette, Eric, has almost like an application of bronzer on the end. Even untoasted, it has a little bit of a crispy edge to it.
Oh
That
yeah.
doesn't exist at Subway. Subway's bread out of the box, out of the bread retarder, is it's like a sponge. It has it has a lot of elasticity, but very
hmm
little crisp. It
hmm
relies on the toaster. That gives it the contrast that the mouth needs, the palate needs that texture to
mm
feel satisfied. Otherwise, you might
mm
as well just go eat a sponge.
mm. I don't know, man. I disagree. I think the bread at Subway is good enough for me to not have to toast it because the benefits of the cold sandwich, outweigh whatever else is going to happen. Whatever will be, Ty. And Only thing I would caution you with though is your sauce application. Like if you're going
Mm,
untoasted, you gotta like choose your sauces wisely. And some more tangier or like crazier sauces really do work well with toast.
hmm.
But if you're untoasted, maybe keep it basic. Go a little mayo and like I don't know something else, but don't go too crazy.
Yeah, totally get that. That's sage advice from a veteran sandwich maker, Eric. Thank you for
God
that.
damn it.
My question for you is, do you go for traditionally cold proteins, like a big ass glob of tuna, or perhaps the egg salad, something that retains its
Mm,
temperature?
that's an important distinction. Never get like a chicken. Like imagine getting a shredded chicken or like fake chicken. It's frickin'.
Hmm.
It's shredded frickin'.
Yeah,
I
freaking
would never
bad.
do something like that. Cold. That's obviously toasted. Obviously meatball toasted. Like don't even like ask
Steak
me
and
about that.
cheese, yeah.
Steak and cheese. Yeah, but honestly, like who are we kidding? We're getting cold cuts always. We're getting BMT, and
Of
cold is good.
course. It's cold. It's in the name. Cold cut.
Exactly. Come on, are you toasting a cold cut? What are you fucking crazy?
It's wild. It's funny though, because like the BMT, as you said earlier in the episode, the most goated sub, is
Mm-hmm.
like that's a 100p toast that bitch up, you know, and
Mm-hmm.
that's primarily cold cuts in there. So maybe of the BMT, the beauty MT, beauty must be toasted.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
It's a
It goes both ways. How can I be homophobic? My sandwich is gay.
mm-hmm. How can I eat cold cuts when my sandwich is toasted? They're no longer they're hot cuts now.
Mm-hmm. Goddamn right.
Damn.
Well, Ty, I'm so hungry now. Like that conversation just made me so hungry. I'm ready to eat some pasta, maybe some supreme mac and cheese.
Oh yeah, the Supreme mac and cheese box Eric copped on grilled. I'm sure you're excited to spell the word Supreme and take a photo for the gram.
Oh yeah, buddy.
And your
Um,
little noodles.
so,
No,
what's another word we can spell with those letters? Where my Scrabble heads at?
mm, P, P,
Pro-
st, spur, sperm, sperm. I don't
That's what
know.
I'm gonna spell. I'm gonna spell out sperm on my spoon and just like put it in my mouth and swallow.
Yeah, dude, gobble gobble. He
Gobble
swallows.
gobble. That's right. Okay, Ty.
Okay,
Good
King.
episode. We
Yep.
came with the double extendo. We came with a footlong pro episode here because obviously missed our Tuesday epi, but we came to deliver today. You're
Yeah,
welcome.
dude. That's the LP, not the EP.
Mm,
Thank you for listening. If you made it this long, we appreciate you, breadheads. We couldn't do it without you. That's not true. We could do it without you. You
we
don't
could
need
do.
an audience to make a podcast. You can start one today on Anchor. It's free, and you can make money
Yeah,
with literally no minimum listenership.
it's literally free. We all know that.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Anchor.
Shout out to Anchovy. All right, King. I'm out. Let's bounce. Have a good weekend. Think fresh, everybody.
Salute.
Ciao.